Doing projects around the house yourself can be a smart way to save money, but it can end up costing you even more if you don't do it right. That's why some jobs are better left to the professionals. The June issue of Shop Smart magazine offers some guidance on which projects need a pro. Jody Relena, senior editor of Shop Smart, joins us this morning to talk all about it. Jody, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so hanging wallpaper, we'll start with this one. I've always done this one by myself. You say if you've bought the good stuff, not so much.
Not so much, yeah, because the good wallpaper can be really expensive, and if there's a pattern and you're trying to line it up properly, you don't want to screw that up. It's really hard to take down. It's really expensive to replace.
It's something, too, that can be really, really messy, even if you are doing it yourself.
Yes, exactly. And as soon as you get a lump or a bump or something, then you're really going to wish you'd hired a pro. So just do it from the beginning.
How much money are we talking about if you do hire a pro, by the way?
Well, you know, it really depends on the scope of the job. But, you know, if you're paying up to $200 for a roll of wallpaper, which you can do if you get the good stuff, then whatever they're charging is going to be worth it. It varies area to area.
Anything involving electricity, gas, plumbing, without a doubt, you say the answer is yes.
It's yes. Of course it's yes, because those things can all be very dangerous. Electricity, I mean, it can be very dangerous. Gas, if something is leaking later, you know, you don't want to mess around with that stuff. So always call a professional.
Controlling pests?
Yes.
The answer is maybe.
The answer is maybe. If it's a pest you can see, you know, ants and roaches and things like that you can deal with some pesticides. There are some environmentally friendly ones that are a good way to go. But things that you can't see, like termites, you never want to try to deal with yourself. It's a bigger problem than you probably realize. Call a professional exterminator.
Demolition jobs, I would think that this one is an absolute yes.
Well,
you say...
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Why?
Well, because if you're just demoing some cabinets or something, it can be really fun to get out that sledgehammer. But if you're talking about a wall, what if it's a structural wall and you're not aware of it? What if there are some electrical lines or plumbing lines in there that you could smash into? It could cost you a fortune to fix it later.
Refinishing floors. Now, this one kind of caught me by surprise because I've seen some folks try to do this one themselves, and they were okay. But you say the answer is yes. Why?
Well, the answer is yes, because you can rent the equipment at a home improvement center, but it's not as good as the professional quality equipment. So the job you do will not be as good quality as the pro. And when you see the shiny stuff, you know, once you lay down the covering on the floor, you're going to see any little imperfection that sander left. So hire a pro.
Right. Cleaning the gutters. Same kind of thing here, and this one involves a ladder. So you would say, look, get somebody else to do it if you can.
Yeah, and that's the key, the ladder. I mean, a ladder is really dangerous. People fall off ladders. Even qualified professionals can fall off ladders. Those falls can be fatal. So don't mess around with ladders. Even though it's easy to get the leaves out, hire a professional. It's not that expensive a job.
So it seems like the safer thing to do in most cases would be to hire a professional. Before you do it, there are some things you should keep in mind. The first thing, get a referral.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the best way to find somebody, especially locally. Talk to friends, talk to coworkers, see who they've used and how happy they were with the results.
Check the internet. Why?
Yeah, well, because if you don't know people in your neighborhood, you can check something like Angie's List or Yelp, check the Better Business Bureau to make sure that you're hiring somebody who's got a good track record and who doesn't have a history of complaints.
And then there's that thing called protecting yourself. And there are some things that you can do here. Why is that so important?
Well, it's really important because, again, if something goes wrong, and we're talking about worst case scenario here, right? If something goes wrong, you want to make sure that you've hired a professional who is licensed and insured just in case the worst happens. You're protected.
Jody Relena, senior editor for Shop Smart. We always appreciate you coming by, Jody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.